Congratulations, you've been rated.
Yes. Hello. Thank you, Burley. Or should I say Burley? Yeah. Sorry. Had an eye exam
Mm-hmm.
today. It took a little longer than I thought it was going to.
No, it's because the eye doctor was busy staring into your beautiful eyes.
uh, no, they needed to do that thing where they put the eye drops in to dilate your eyes.
Oh no.
I mean, it's fine. Just had to wait a while
It's
for the stuff to set in. Ugh.
mm-hmm.
But yeah, thank you very much for the raid, Burley. Hello, I'm Mr. K.
Oh, well, that's an interesting problem.
What? If I redeem ASMR, is the next 4 hours or is it the next stream?
That's Major's asking me. Major, to answer your question, it would be the next stream.
Yeah. If I remember correctly, she said. Oh, wait, no. That was for the change the game redeem. That's what I'm
Mm-hmm.
thinking of.
Yep.
Here, hang on one second. Let me give a little shout of Marooney to Mr. Burley. And
Trying Satisfactory Plus. What is that?
is that a mod? I assume that's some sort of a mod.
I have no idea. I'm curious now. I'll look. Actually, I'm going to look it up real quick. Let's see if it's in here. Let's see. No, it's not a mod. Very curious what that is.
Hypothetically, if I redeem it twice, would it be 8 hour stream or
No,
twice?
Lord. What that
Lich.
would be, what that would be, Gob, would be basically I put a timer up.
Well, I was gonna say, you can put time limits up to like I think like a full week on redeems. So if you only
I
wanted
mean,
like
basically it's just Gob fucking with me at this point.
yes, but I
I know what
also
he's doing.
yes, but I also wouldn't put it past Gob to actually not redeem it like twice in a row, just because tee
That
hee.
is true.
Thank you for the head
Heavy
patch,
modular
Burley.
frame productions.
Oh, hang on a second. Let me.
What did you do?
There we go. Now I forgot to set it to capture satisfactory. Now it's working. Well,
Okay.
it's not like they missed anything anyway.
Meow.
Okay. Oh, hello, sweetie cat. You gonna hop in your bed? You gonna make us some biscuits?
Hell yeah, biscuits. Let's go.
Yeah? You gonna chill, or are you just exploring my desk?
A blurry filter over the game menu. I legit don't know what's going on.
What? Let me see. The game menu. I think that's mist. I think Gloomy's in a fog.
I have no idea. Thank you for the follow, Dr. Plastic. Thank you, thank you. It means a lot. Thank you. I legit don't know what's going on right now. I'm trying to see what the hell Gob is on about.
I was looking. Again, other than it looked like maybe there was a bit of mist.
Oh, it's not there anymore. Okay, all right. It might just be might just been a one-time thing. It might also have been privacy things, so that people can't just like if you're on stream, you can't just see to get into somebody's chat.
Ah.
He can go all the way around there to whoop my ass. How rude.
Satisfactory Plus is in fact a mod. Okay.
Interesting. I'm very curious, like, what it's kind of for.
Let's see. Mods. Yeah, the mods should be on, right?
They are indeed on.
Okay. Yeah, Gloomy had me suggested a few quality of life mods. And
Yep.
also, I learned something.
It's go ahead.
With cables.
Yes.
And power nodes.
Yes.
So apparently, if you take a power pole and you go between, like, say you've got a power pole and it connects directly to, say, a miner. Well, if you bust out another power pole like you're building one, and then hold your cursor over the power line between them, it will allow you to place an additional power node in between, and it'll sever the connection between the two things, but it'll add another power node and connect both the node and the thing that the node is connected to together, which I thought is pretty neat.
Hi, Andres. Let me give you one of those tasty shout outs.
Hey, Andres. I will also give you a shout of Maroni as well.
Perfect.
It's his two favorite parental figures.
Well, I mean, you got enough cake for 2 parental figures.
I mean, I think he's saying that you're the mom and I'm the dad. Which, yeah, no, honestly, we do sometimes give off that dynamic a little bit.
Maybe. Except that I'm definitely the dirtier one.
Listen, I'm just not as obvious about it, okay?
Mr. Burley, thank you so much for the follow. It means a lot. Thank you.
Yeah, Burley, he's what is it? He's a wolf man. Well, he's got
Wolfman.
Well, he's got some mode. Like, there's his normal human mode, and then also there's his wolfy doggo mode. He's got.
What is this?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, this is actually kind of cool. So, it's basically like having the satisfactory calculator, but it's right in front of you. Interesting.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah. It's a little, yeah, there we go. He just threw up one of his emotes of his dog mode. Yeah, he's got like a little like skull helmet hat thing.
Oh, yeah, let's go.
Yeah, Burley's cool. You know, him and I have yet to actually collab. We need to do that at some point, Burley. We've yet to actually do anything together. Because, yeah, occasionally sometimes I raid him, sometimes he raids me. What? What happened? What's up?
Oh, I know. I see how this works. Okay. It's okay. All right. It's not what I thought it did, but it's fine too. It basically tells you, like, if you want an output of, say, 2 heavy modular frames, you have to have a production of 10 modular frames, 40 steel pipe, 10 encased industrial beams, and 240 screws.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's quite literally just a checklist of what you need.
That's
so.
I'm now remembering. I think I have heard of this actually. I just never. I heard of it. I just never really looked into it.
All right, I forgot how many coal nodes I have to work with. All right. That's right. I've got 4 nice, lovely ore nodes, and then. All right, let me run over here, see what I'm dealing with. I don't know why. It feels like I'm running faster. Oh. Well, that's going to be inconvenient.
Go.
The iron nodes are way up there. Oh, had a bit of stuttering there.
Yeah, it stuttered a moment for me as well. Go. Okay. But yeah, as far as my skill level goes, I mean, I know. I'd say I'm decently well experienced up until we start getting to around bauxite and aluminum. That's where, I mean, I know how to, turn bauxite into aluminum, and I've more recently started learning how to do that, but we're not at that phase yet in this save. But yeah, when it comes to oil and some of the computers and some of that other stuff. Like, yeah, no, I am decently. At the very least, I know what I'm doing with that stuff. Okay, so right. Let's see, what's our power grid right now?
Okay, so I've got nice pure iron ore node. Uh-oh. I think my game just crashed.
Uh-oh.
Well, no, it crashed. Oh, that's unfortunate.
Well, thankfully,
Did it crash on yours, or?
no. It just says you left the game.
Oh, okay, well.
So, just give
Back
it a
in, I
little
guess.
bit. And, yeah, exactly. Just give it a little bit and you'll make your way back in.
I hope it's not a mod issue.
Hope not.
I mean, if it is, it is. Then we'll deal with it. But, you know.
Let's see. So we have 2 normal, 2. Let's see. 2. There we go. I like putting platforms on power lines.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so would do. We've got 2 impure nodes and 2 normal nodes of oil over here. Could do maybe.
All right, Mr. Burley. You have a wonderful night.
Oh.
Enjoy your damage.
Yeah. Thanks again, Burley.
Yo!
Hey.
Let's go.
Andres being a generous beanie.
It's not always
Absolutely.
about the money, Spider-Man. It's about the Mets, baby. Love the Mets. All right,
Oh, my
baby.
goodness.
Let's go.
Thank
Get a home run,
you.
baby.
Thank
Love the
you,
Mets. Let's go,
Andres.
Mets.
Absolute sweetheart.
I'm
getting so
being
many messages.
bombarded.
See, this is why I didn't allow that on mine.
I thought it'd be funny, and it was.
See, you got to commit to those bits. All 250 of them.
Exactly. That's what I did. Thank you, Andres. Although I realized I don't think I have the sound hooked up to. That's right. I don't think I have sound
There we
hooked
go.
up for tits. Let me fix that.
Thank you, Andres. We love you too. So I managed to get my multi-stream up and running again.
Okay, there we go. Oh yeah, I noticed that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Are you using the? Yeah, you're using. I assume the multiple output thing.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's what I've got too for YouTube stuff. Not that I really get anyone watching me there, but
No, but it's better than nothing.
well, yeah, and I mean also it's good for backlog. That way we don't have to like Envy, who like I think it's like once a month she'll just throw all of her VODs in one go. Like she just chooses a day of the month where she just takes all of her VODs and uploads them. Or somebody.
It's gonna be
I forget.
fun.
Right, hang on, let me check something real quick.
Where'd he go?
Ah.
Oh, did he run off the edge? Where'd he go?
Hang on. Let me just test the volume on this, just make sure it doesn't get too loud.
That worked surprisingly well.
What worked?
I might have caused a certain very large hog with tusks to go explodey.
Ah, using high ordnance explosives against our foes.
Something like that, yes.
Something something Murica. Anywho.
Hmm. All right, now where was it? There was a Mercer sphere I was hunting.
Go.
Oh, there it is.
Need more motors. All right. Let me make my way back to the main base. I gotta go grab some more motors. I'm going to up our oil production a bit.
Yo, if we didn't have America's attention before, we do now. So, I'm trying to remember what the steps I need to do is. I'm probably going to have to pull up the satisfactory calculator.
Sure.
And because honestly, after a certain point, it just becomes so complicated keeping up with this shit.
Oh, yeah.
Alright, I need the crafting bench. Alright.
Oh, wait a second. What am I doing? This. Oh, God. Plenty. Oh, plenty of rubber. That's not going to be an issue.
Huh. I'm debating. I don't want to do this.
What
All
are you
right,
trying
first-
to accomplish?
Everything.
Very specific.
I know that sounds vague as hell. Okay, so to be more specific, I'm trying to do industrial steel beams. Or not industrial steel beams, the heavy modular frame. Because you had specifically asked for those.
Yes.
Right now, I'm trying to map out this area and figure out what I have to work with. And it looks like I'm about to have a lot of fun. Because I've never run into this big spitter before, but he looks angry.
Let's see. Yes. There we go. Okay.
And now he looks very dead. Yo, purple trees, let's go.
Just be careful.
We had some...
Be careful if you chop them down. A Lorax might pop out.
I mean, if a Lorax pops out, we'll, you know... Oh, shit. Oh, it's one of those radiated bastards.
Oh. Oh.
No, go away, go away, go away. Run away.
Run away.
Oh, God. No, I'm gonna die. I'm dead. Shit. Okay, well, looks like I'm getting some gas masks.
0 days since last incident. Tisk.
Look.
Hi, Gloomy.
Hi. Huh.
Go. Yeah.
Well, that went down the wrong hole. So, I had a taquito.
Ooh, nice.
It's very spicy. And I might have swallowed it a little too early. So, like a lot of heat is right there at the very back of my throat. It is not pleasant.
Understandable. Yeah, my mouth is a bit more sensitive to heat than my girlfriend's. So it's like she'll eat something, and for me, I'll just be like, ah.
Dex, you didn't hear shit.
Yeah, if I say nothing went down the wrong hole. She just said she swallowed too early.
Mr. K, excuse you.
What? What you said? You said you swallowed the taquito.
Chat, can you believe this?
I'm just stating the facts.
Can you believe this, chat? Terrible. Absolutely terrible.
What? I'm just stating the facts.
Man, I had a lot of stuff too. Alright, I need did we have any research into the gas masks? I don't think so. That's part of the problem.
Hang on, let me.
Oh, what the hell?
Oh, hard drive was finished. Hang on. Let's see. Alternate using plastic for smart plates. Plus. Okay, so this hard drive here, Gloomy. Either an alternate for making smart plates that uses plastic, or we can get +6 inventory slots, or I can rescan. I will say the inventory slots would be nice, but I don't feel like that's incredibly necessary at the moment. I don't feel particularly.
Honestly, I don't think so. I mean, I'm open to whatever. It's whatever you want to do. Honestly, it's your choice.
Alright, rescanning.
Where do I have coal? Oh, dirt. I know exactly where I have coal.
Oh, okay. We've got pure copper ingots, which requires copper ore
Oh.
and water.
Oh my god, I hated that. Oh god, I fell off. But like, it was enough of a drop. My heart sank. I was like, oh shit.
You almost died twice.
No, but okay. I am afraid of heights.
Understandable.
So that did not help, like at all.
Well, I'm glad you survived.
Yeah, so am I. But it's still like, it's freaking terrifying.
Understandable.
All right, I need some biomass.
Uh,
We don't have any biomass laying around.
I took.
Well, technically, I guess I need. Hold on, what's the recipe for fabric?
Oh, fabric. You need mycelium.
Mycelia and biomass.
Yeah, mycelia and biomass. Right now we've
I bet.
All right, so we've got pure copper ingots, which uses copper ore and water to produce in a refinery to make copper ingots. The main takeaway is that we get more copper output. Because what is it? Normally isn't copper. It molds it, doesn't it? Usually do like isn't like copper's thing that it's like 15 per minute. Well, it says this 15 per minute or something. Actually, hang on, let me double check. Because that might not really.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Run that by me again.
No, I was wrong. Actually, that's not worth it at all. Okay, so what it so the so you mix water and copper ore in a refinery, and it gives us slightly more output. Well, so it takes 6 copper ore and 4 units of water to make 15 copper ingots. It comes out at, it says the production rate is 37.5. So, okay, I guess if we were really strapped for like if all we had was like an impure node and we wanted to try and get more output, but that's really not.
I don't think that's an issue. I think we've got more copper nodes laying around than we know what to do with.
Yeah, exactly. The other one is an alternate for making steel beams. It's called molded beam, and what that does,
oh wait, that's the one that uses concrete and steel, doesn't it?
Yes. which
It
honestly
uses like 6 concrete to and 3 ingots to make like what?
it's
3
24 ingots and 16 concrete to make 9, and at a production rate of 45 per minute, which I want to say is I want to say that's notably faster. Hang on.
mm,
Let me hang on 1 second. Let me get
the problem with that is, all right, you figure that right now steel beams are like 1 ingot, 3 steel beams, isn't it?
4 ingots for 1 steel beam. Hang on, I'm
Okay,
got it up
so
right now.
so you figure that you're basically trading what, 1 ingot for an extra steel beam, but you have to pay for it with concrete.
Hold on. Okay, so 24 and 16 to make 9, or flip flop 2. So it takes 60 ingots to make
Mm-hmm.
per minute to make 15 steel beams per minute. Whereas this makes 45 steel beams per minute with the concrete.
But at a cost of how many ingots?
I don't know about the per minute thing, but at the very least,
No. What's the ratio? It's like how many ingots in to how many coming out?
24 ingots in to 9 beams out.
Okay, so
Normally
24
it's
divided by 3, that's going to, hold on. 24 divided by 3, that's going to be 8. So 8 in versus 3 out. So that's that's a 2.66 conversion rate
it's
versus the
24 divided by 9 actually.
okay, so 24 divided by 9, that's 2.66. And then what was the original recipe? It was like what, 4 to 1?
Yes. So
So
basically, the 16 concrete acts as 1.4, like 1.5. It acts like 1.5.
I'll be real,
Steel.
that doesn't sound like it's worth it.
I mean, I think
Because the amount of concrete that you would spend would far exceed the amount of steel you would save.
I think this recipe, the deal. But keep in mind, it produces 45 beams per minute, as opposed to 15 normally. So I'd say this one.
Okay. So it's basically you're trading speed for concrete. Okay.
Yeah.
No, that was starting to make more sense because I was like, otherwise, that's a terrible recipe.
Yeah, it's not necessarily about you. It's not necessarily about saving on the
Excuse me.
steel. It's about it's about increasing the speed at which you produce the beams.
And then what was the alternative recipe? The other one that you offered?
The one where we throw copper and water into a refinery to get more copper.
Oh yeah,
Which just no.
that one absolutely not. That one is a no go.
Right. I guess here's my question: Do we do we do we feel like we would use this?
Mm,
I mean, we
well,
don't have to select it right now. We can always come back to it later. Because again, as long as we don't select anything, these have been, these two have been taken out of the rotation.
mm-hmm. I mean, honestly, I'm fine keeping them in, locked down.
Yeah, I'm as well. I will just say, at some point down the line, I feel like this alternate beam recipe might actually be worth snagging at some point. I just don't think we would use it right this minute.
No, but the node I was checking out did have a limestone deposit. So I mean, in theory, that's possible. The problem is, I know that node isn't exactly the pure node, and we would have to produce a shit ton of concrete to offset the cost. So
right. I'm gonna leave this sitting in the mammary for now. Let's see.
somewhere, somebody who has beat this game like 5 times over has like a tiered list of like which mods and alternate recipes they are absolutely grabbing each and every time.
Oh yeah, I mean, there's a few like heck, the freaking like the iron cast, the freaking iron cast screws. Like goddamn.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Like
Or there's
technically that recipe isn't really bringing much to the table, but the fact that it cuts out a whole step in the process.
well, plus also it has a it one you're cutting out one you're cutting out the extra step in the process, but also it just produces more per minute. I mean, not like you're not getting more, but what I mean is like the output rate is
Yeah.
instead of like because normally it produces like what is it? I think normally like a thing like the normal recipe produces like 30 screws per minute or something, whereas this does like 50
Uh,
something. I look, it's not. I know the numbers aren't exact, but
the numbers aren't exact, but yeah, no. The main thing is it vastly speeds up production of screws, which early game is such a game changer.
yes.
Great show, by the way. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, I know. With Brennan Lee Mulligan, the Game Changers.
Brennan Lee Mulligan is a national icon.
Brennan Lee Mulligan is a man of the people. It's just
So, I heard a hot take earlier today.
40 screws is base. Okay, and I think it's like 60 for the alternate recipe then.
Yeah,
Or
something like that.
that.
So, here's kind of the hot take I heard. Basically, like somebody was bitching about Thor over at Pirate Software, saying like apparently,
Oh, you're
like,
talking about with the
I
Stop
don't know.
Killing Games?
Yeah, what's up with that?
Oh, I've been following that. I've been following that whole ordeal since its inception, practically. So there's this guy, Accursed Farms, aka Ross. He's most famous for having made the Freeman's Mind series, where he basically the premise. It's an old Machinima series. Actually, it's still until he started doing the Stop Killing Games initiative. He was actually still running to. I assume at some point he'll get back to it, but it's still ongoing. Actually, basically, the premise was just, hey, what if Gordon Freeman wasn't a silent protagonist? And so basically, he's going through the So he's going through the So he goes through the game and basically treats it as though Gordon Freeman is a real human being in the real world and is just reacting to what is happening around him. And he just steadily goes more and more insane as the series goes on because of the absolutely harrowing shit that Gordon has to go through. But anywho, so yeah, to give you the really short version, basically, Ross finally started getting fed up with the fact that, well, in particular, there's a game that he rather enjoyed called The Crew, which was a Ubisoft racing game that was single player, but it had like certain online functionality, and basically the game was going to be decommissioned and no one would be able to play it anymore in like any capacity. And he's like, you know what? Fuck it. That's super anti-consumer. We should have laws against this kind of thing. And so he started the Stop Killing Games initiative. He spoke with some legal, like political science people, like the people who know like all the legalese and all this other, stuff that
right.
But anyway, the long and short of it, the gross oversimplification of it is basically they are trying to push forward legislature, not just in the U.S. but just around anywhere around the world that they can, to basically make it be required by law that video games. That basically there needs to be like an end of life plan for video games. Basically forcing game devs
Sort of like sort of like a patch that's like, okay, cool. This game server is going to shut down, and then suddenly, but they're going to put out a patch that's like, hey, cool. If you want to still play the game, you want to play the single player function. Here's how you do it, and possibly even like source code to run it locally.
Yes, yeah, so that people can open their own servers if they want to. Yeah, basically stuff like that. There's a lot more to it, but that's like the super simple version.
Well, I mean, okay, so there's a
That's
game that I absolutely love. I'm sorry, I'm going to go on a slight tangent,
all right.
but I understand entirely what you're talking about. So, micropros, they're still active. They still produce games. The problem is, they've got some games in their backlog that I grew up on, and I adored them. The problem is, those games are absolutely defunct because you cannot, and I mean you absolutely cannot, get them to run as they are because the stuff in them, I'm trying to think of my words here. Uh, like basically, they no longer produce the CDs. They no longer produce any of the physical media because this is back when it was all physical media, and absolutely none of that. Like essentially, the game is dead. You cannot obtain a copy of it anymore. It's effectively abandonware.
Yes.
Now, if I could, I would 100% go to Microprose and be like, here's money, give me a digital download, let's just make this fucking happen. But you can't do that. And I think that's a tragedy because it's like, there's a lot of games that are absolute treasures, but you cannot get them anymore because they do not exist. Nobody ever copied the code, nobody ever did anything with it because it just didn't have any popular support. Now, does that mean that every single game needs to have like dedicated servers or like they have to last X number of years before they shut down? Absolutely not. But I get exactly where he's coming from. It's like, why should a game that you bought and paid for in some way, shape, form, or fashion, whether it was, you're buying the single player, whether you're buying the multiplayer, whether you bought something in the multiplayer, regardless, why should you throw that away just because the company decided, oh, well, I'm not going to maintain the servers. And now all of a sudden it's like, hey, cool. Guess what? You no longer get to play your game because we decided that's our property and we're shutting it down.
Yeah.
Is that pretty much the gist of it?
Yes, but the main thing about it is it'd be for games moving forward is the thing.
Right. You can't. There's a concept in law called ex post facto.
Yeah.
And what that means is...
Or being grandfathered in layman's terms.
Well, yes, but the exact legal term is ex post facto, and it's literally Latin for after the fact. Mm-hmm. And what that means is, like, Mr. K, let's say you're driving down the street and you're going 35 miles an hour because that's the posted speed limit. All right, and then the next overnight they come in and they put up a sign that says, no, the speed limit is now 25. An officer of the law cannot pull you over because yesterday, when it was legal to drive 35, just because they suddenly changed the law. That's to basically prevent, them from basically legally fucking you over by declaring that, oh, well, you broke the law because we changed the law. Mm-hmm. Sorry, it's a bit of a tangent, but it's like it does have a very strict legal definition, and it's very relevant to this conversation.
Yes. Well, no, I get you, but basically, and that was part of what Pirate Software. There was. Long and short of it is, there were several things that Pirate Software seemed to misunderstand about the project.
Yeah.
And basically, he seemed to think that they were trying to get things like for games that were already out, and also try to take games that were like one of the big examples that he gave, this being Pirate Software, was that one of the things that he was basically saying was like, well, that'd be, imagine trying. He for some reason seemed to think that they were trying to take multiplayer games and turn them into single player games, being like one of the things. Like, for example, he's like, what can you imagine them having to try and rebalance the whole game to have raids be playable by one person? It's like, no, that's not. And people tried to tell him, but basically
he kind of went off on a tangent. And
he was just like, no, I very much understand what's going on with this whole ordeal, and y'all are just he had a very fundamental misunderstanding of how the whole thing worked. He was literally going out of his way to tell people to ignore it. It's a freaking sham. It's blobbity blobbity blobbity. And something about DRM. I mean, yeah, basic like I can actually. What was it? Ross has made several very informative videos. I can send one or two of them your way at some point if you're.
I would at least like to see something about it because my sister is an actual corporate. Well, she went to law school. She studied corporate law. So, I mean, she understands this a lot better than I would. And I'm not exactly a slouch when it comes to the law because I have to know some law to do my job.
Right.
So, like, obviously, I want to know what's going on because it's sort of the same mentality behind right to repair, if you're familiar with any of that.
Yes, I am.
So, for those of you in chat who may not know what the hell I'm talking about, so there's a very anti-consumer mindset in a lot of corporate America, and that is because they want to push the subscription model because they make a lot more money selling you a subscription to a product than if they were to let you repair it yourself. And there's a lot of companies, like especially Apple and John Deere tractors, of all things. So I'm not joking. If you were to buy a John Deere tractor, like I'm talking about one of those big, like multi-million-dollar big machines that are designed to like harvest entire fields at a time. If you were to basically go and try to add any kind of aftermarket part, not only would John Deere detect this, like the machine itself would detect that it's an aftermarket part, it would then shut down and give itself a special error code so that when you went to take it in for service, even if you took the aftermarket part back off, they would know that you put an aftermarket part on there, and they would basically say, well, you just voided your lease, therefore now you owe us a ton of money and you cannot get your tractor back because it's not your tractor, you're subscribed to it. It's absolute horseshit. And in addition to that, there's I think the EU actually published some laws. They passed some laws, I should say. They passed these laws that essentially said to the effect that all right, let's say that you buy a washing machine. Okay, because me and Mom ran into this actually. All right, let's say you got a washing machine. This washing machine, the clutch goes out. You know, the clutch is the thing that allows the basket, the thing inside your, that actually puts the clothes in. The clutch is what engages in order to spin that thing at certain times and let it free spin on others. And the clutch on hers went out. Well, unfortunately, because you could find the part in certain locations if you were lucky. But because the part was so old and nobody manufactured anymore, all the warehouses have basically cleared out because they're like, well, nobody's buying these things anymore. What's the point of keeping it? And I think the EU was trying to pass laws that were effectively, if you manufacture parts, like if you have parts available to consumers to do repairs, then quite literally you had to make them available for 10 years. Now, the way companies like Apple circumvent these laws is they do something extra shitty, in my opinion. And what that is, they make it to where it is actually more expensive to buy the spare part or the replacement part than it is actually to replace the equipment itself.
Yep.
Which is absolute crap, because what that means is now you have even more e-waste, which is going to be an even bigger problem, which is going to lead to a lot more waste in general. Like literally, Apple can afford to throw away components. And I'm not making this up. Like literally, if you send anything off to, say, Apple, and you say, hey, can you repair this? What they do is they don't repair it. No. Let's say that they figure out it's the motherboard that's bad. What they do is they take the motherboard out, they literally throw it in the trash, grab another one, stick it back in there, charge you a small fee, and move on down the road. But the way they get around making it easy on you is, one, they don't make it commonly available to the public to buy these boards. Two, they put like 17 types of screws in there. No two of them are alike, so you can't just like use a single screwdriver to tear this thing out. And 3, by taking it and throwing it away, they effectively take all your data, like all of it, and just dump it. Like they don't copy it, they don't do anything with it. They just literally say, fuck it, and dump it in the trash and move on. Like, HP is almost as bad. HP has those stupid little inkjet printers. Mom doesn't understand why I hate these things. I absolutely
Printer
hate
companies are run by the devil. That is,
I'm sorry, what companies?
printer companies.
Oh, absolutely. But, like, Mom thinks I'm nuts because she's like, "But I like my little inkjet. It's so pretty." I don't care, Mom. It's like I'm not spending more money on the goddamn ink than I did on the printer itself. Like, it is to the point that you could go out and buy a new printer for cheaper than it would be to buy the fucking ink for it. And they give you the ink cartridges in the printer. Like, literally, it's a racket. Because you have to have the ink in order to print, but yet if the ink gets quote-unquote too old or quote-unquote, oh, we detected you using a third-party product, they just say, nope, you're not allowed to do it. And then to make it even worse, if you make the mistake of doing their subscription model, literally you cannot get out of it. Like, they essentially lock you in for the rest of your fucking life, that they will send you ink for a printer that you might not even have anymore, and you get to pay for it all in. Like,
I had one of
this
those
is
at one point. I don't think I have it anymore. I don't remember what happened with that. Now that I don't know what to tell you about that.
I mean, quite literally,
it
HP
fucking
is a
sucks.
company that I will never buy a product from. I refuse to support that toxic business model. I've gotten into arguments all the time with my parents back about this. They were like, "I don't see what you get so worked up about." It's like, because I don't promote toxic people doing toxic things. God forbid. Sorry, guys, you're getting the spicy elf tonight.
No, that's fair.
Like,
But no,
like, this is the one thing that just absolutely pissed me off. I'm sorry, I'm gonna rant just a little bit more before I shut up. But this is the kind of shit that pissed me off because, quite literally, these are companies that are taking advantage of the fact that you have no choice but to use their products, and then basically because you are locked in, they abuse that to every extent that they can. They absolutely do not give two shits about you as a consumer. They do not give two shits about you as a person. Quite literally, it is, how can we get even more money out of you just because we want your money? That's all we care about. We are not going to do anything in your best interest. It's purely about profit. Yeah. That is the worst kind of capitalism. Now, I am pro-capitalism. I think capitalism can be done very well. I think it can be done in a way that is actually beneficial for everybody. This is one of those things that's like, no, fuck this shit. This is nonsense. Rant over.
So yeah, that's late stage capitalism for you.
Well, it's capitalism that goes in the wrong direction because capitalism can be done right. Okay.
Well, here's
capitalism can't.
If I just may for a moment, the main thing. Look,
yes.
The problem is not capitalism in and of itself. It is unchecked capitalism.
Oh, absolutely.
That's the main thing. Any system of government, any system of society that goes unchecked is eventually again, it went the other way, like with Soviet Russia. Like, again, you get it completely unchecked, and hey, guess what? Somebody winds up abusing the shit out of everybody.
Exactly. There was it wasn't true. It wasn't true communism. It wasn't true socialism. It was basically kind of a system that was taken over by people who just lusted for power.
Yeah.
It started with Stalin. It just kind of continued under Khrushchev and then various others. And anytime you have unchecked power, whether it is capitalism, communism, imperialism, even anarchism, okay, unchecked power leads to terrible things.
Yep, and unfortunately, Well, like I said, when you don't have enough, when it's not wrangled in well enough, then you wind up getting the kind of situation and such that we find ourselves in today.
The biggest danger, besides unchecked power, is trying to declare war on ideas. And I mean that because I'll give a great example. One that I think everybody here will recognize is the war on drugs.
Oh,
What is the war on drugs? No, seriously. Because drugs, don't get me wrong, okay? Addiction is a terrible thing. But the war on drugs was basically how can we incarcerate people for
Yes.
shit that they are addicted to?
Yes.
Like at that point, it's like, hey, cool. Guess what? You're not treating the problem. You're basically punishing those who are affected by it.
Yeah.
And at that point, you're not helping. You're hurting. How are we doing with this thing? Okay.
Sweetie cat has managed to find her way under the blanket on my bed.
Aw, so cute. So apparently, ranting, congrats to drugs for winning the war on drugs. Well, it's sort of like how, all right, you look at the first Desert War, the war in Iraq. Back in the 90s, we went in there with a very clear objective. We went in there and we said, we're going to dismantle Saddam Hussein's ability to wage war on his neighbors. We're going to liberate Kuwait. And we're going to basically drive Saddam Hussein out of Kuwait. That is our goal. We're going to do it in 100 days. General Schwarzkopf made that happen, and we got in, did the job, got out. Very few casualties. Absolutely stunning operation. Then you look at the second Gulf War, and it turned into an absolute shit show because suddenly we decided we were in the business of nation building. We were going to introduce concepts, and I'm going to be real. Anytime you start forcing anybody to do anything at the point of a gun, you are going to get a lot of problems.
Mm-hmm. We learned nothing from Vietnam.
Well, Vietnam was its own level of fucked. But what's actually funny is we have closer ties to Vietnam today because of the Vietnam War. Just because, quite frankly, the South Vietnamese government was never going to survive on its own. Like, period. The only thing keeping it alive was the United States influence. And what ended up happening was we ended up basically, like, sure, we had bad blood with the North Vietnamese for a bit. But the problem is North Vietnam shares a border with somebody that they hate even more than us. China. Basically, the Vietnamese are terrified that the Chinese will invade at some point. And given the fact that they're gobbling up small islands in the Southeast Pacific, that is not unwarranted fear. So they've actually started cozying back up to us. They were like, you know what? We're cool with you. And we've moved a lot of manufacturing over there. So like both nations prospered, even despite of a war. So it's wild how that works. But basically, it's like there's an entire series. There's a Professor Sarah Payne. Are you familiar with her?
I am not.
Sarah Payne is an absolute gem because she is a history professor, but she also goes in depth into the geopolitics of the modern world. She has an entire 3-hour lecture on why we have the weird and complicated relationship we do with India. Because we have gone back and forth fucking over India and Pakistan for years.
Yeah.
To the point that there's a reason that India bought T-64 tanks instead of Pattons from us. And it basically has to do with the fact that the Soviets were willing to sell them and they had a better deal at the time. Now, that ended up coming back and biting them in the ass, but that's neither here nor there. I mean, I'm not going to go into the politics about that right now because that's a whole different kettle of fish. But, politics is so complicated. And it's... I hate that I have to I'm sorry, guys. I did not mean to go on such a freaking unhinged rant, but y'all got spicy tonight.
And it all started with pirates. Oh god. Oh god.
Mama Elf is spicy.
Hold on. Did my game just crash?
Oh, I hope it didn't.
I think it might have crashed.
Well, if it did, I'm gonna lose connection. Yep, it crashed. Okay, while you're setting it back up, I'm gonna run to the restroom.
Fair enough.
Get back.
Whoop. Oh,
What?
no. Now it's gone. Okay. Okay, game's booting back up. Give it a moment.
Okay, so I'm gonna get me a drink real quick while we're waiting.
Okay. Come on.
So, hi.
I can't hear you, Gloomy.
I said don't forget to hydrate, chat.
Oh,
All
no,
right, there we go.
Okay, wait, there we go.
Huzzah! Just in time. Oops.
Well, good
Yeah,
thing
don't
the
forget to
game-
hydrate, chat.
Well, good thing the game auto saves.
Yeah, thank God for that. Could you imagine if it didn't, how much progress we would have lost today? Hey, Velocrum, how's it going, buddy?
Hey.
Velocrum also occasionally streams Satisfactory. And they are also an engineer. Yeah, the problem is they're one of those damned mechanicals.
Meanwhile, I'm just a nerd.
Listen, you're a special kind of nerd.
You're right, it's nerd with a capital N.
Hell yeah, let's go.
I just know.
Has your game booted up yet?
Yes, I'm just loading into the save.
Oh, right, okay. I'd probably given up on the game if you didn't have autosave. Oh, absolutely. Dear God.
Well, this is the first time we've ever had it crash. I think that was mostly just because of.
I'm wondering if it's mods.
I think it is in fact the mods that are.
Ah, shit. Yeah, the problem with that's going to be. If we undo the mods, like going forward, it might do something funky to the save file.
Yeah.
Hush, Spark Puppy, I will replace you. Bullshit, the world's going electric. There's a reason the car is going electric, not mechanical anymore. You guys are a slowly dying breed. No, I'm kidding. HVAC is going to be more important than ever, but that's a whole different issue.
If I remember correctly, isn't I remember hearing that they were potentially. I remember hearing about these like sodium batteries or something.
Yeah, sodium ion.
Yeah.
So-
They're supposed to hopefully be a lot more sustainable than.
Well,
the-
believe it or not, so here in the past couple of years, we have not made more HVAC units than the last few years. Yeah, absolutely. So you say that, but well, I'm going to put a little bit of a caveat here. So, all right. So the first thing you have to understand is lithium ion. Basically, lithium gets the front billing, so they're the ones that everybody's looking for. And we are finding all sorts of lithium deposits. I think they found a major deposit in New Mexico. They found one in Arkansas, and they found them throughout, all over North America. So right now, China has sort of the lion's share of the in production lithium, but the United States is on track to try to replace that in the next few years. Now, that said, though, one of the things you have to have in order to make the batteries work is stuff like boron. And unfortunately, currently, the only place we know that has huge deposits of boron is in southern Africa. Now, not South Africa, the country, I'm talking about sub Saharan Africa. Now, the reason that's a problem is because, sadly, like, a lot of that is being done by people who are barely paid anything for their labor. So, a lot of boron production is being done by third world nations for third world pay. It is absolutely terrible. Did you get your game loaded?
Yes. Sorry.
Okay, it's not showing on my end.
Really?
Wait, did you load it vanilla or did you load it with the mods?
Oh, you know what? I had a crash thing and I told it to restart it. Bet you it brought it up vanilla. Let me.
Okay, I'm gonna go vanilla then. Let's just go with vanilla for tonight. We didn't really do anything with the mods anyway. But anyway, so like boron production is kind of a big deal. That's gonna be a huge pain. But they've been experimenting with different kinds of materials over the years, trying to.
No, the mods are still on. The power poles just changed colors.
Oh. Okay, well, I'm gonna boot it back up with mods then. But anyway, no, I remember reading in college, and remember this was like 20 years ago. They've been experimenting with stuff like that for 2 decades now. The problem is that you can make it work in more of a like laboratory setting. The problem is trying to scale that up into actual production. That's what costs a lot of money, because effectively everybody was investing so heavily into lithium that now trying to deviate from lithium is going to cause issues. Now, Toyota, of all things, is actually fairly anti lithium ion. Now, the reason behind that is because the Toyota leadership is of the opinion, and I kind of agree with them, that putting all our eggs in one basket is a stupid idea.
Typically.
Even though the people in the chain get paid pretty much nothing, batteries still are super expensive because of a very messy process. Yes, absolutely. Now, Toyota has been experimenting with different products, and so have various other manufacturers. Oh, there you are. They're looking at things like hydrogen. Now, not hydrogen fuel cells. We're talking about like actually burning hydrogen similar to the way you would a gasoline engine. And the pros to that are numerous. One, it can function just like if you were using a gasoline engine. You can fuel it up like gasoline engine. You just have to have special connector fittings. And your only byproduct is literal water.
Yes, I've been hearing about that loosely as well.
Mm-hmm. The reason that's important is because, okay, you think about like a mining operation, something that's going to need a lot of power, sustainable, and they need to be able to basically fuel up vehicles quickly. Like, you don't want to have an excavator work for about 8 hours and then spend 24 hours recharging. Like, you would have to have a fleet of these machines trying to maintain them. Like, it would become impractical. Whereas if you could have a single machine that can just get refueled with hydrogen every time it needs it, well, essentially you got a lot of the same infrastructure. You just have to convert it for gas, not for anything else. I thought aluminum batteries may have been adopted earlier than salt batteries, but BYD and Toyota decided salt is the way. There's a bunch of interesting research as well. Yeah, essentially everybody is sort of right now researching hard and heavy all sorts of technologies, trying to find cheaper alternatives to lithium ion than what we currently have. It's a wild time. I know one of the things they've been looking at is miniature nuclear reactors. Like, I'm talking about like put them on the back of a flatbed truck and drive them around to job sites. They said it produces basically a shit ton of electricity and hot water for various units. Kazik, you survived. Good job, buddy.
Hey, Kazik.
But then they're also looking at thorium reactors. Are you familiar with thorium?
I mean, I know that it is an element, and I know that it is, named after Thor, god of
Yeah.
thunder. I'm guessing it has something to do with. I mean, I'm
It's
assuming.
nuclear.
Yeah, I was about to say. I figured because energy or something, and he's like god of lightning.
So here's the crazy part about lithium. Okay, and now keep in mind, I haven't looked too deep into the subject, but from what I understand, thorium is readily available. It's a lot safer because you can't just throw a bunch of it together and have it suddenly become radioactive and start producing, go have a crazy reaction and make a nuclear weapon with it. Because you basically need a starter. Like, it has to be kick-started by something like, say, uranium.
Right.
So you need just a little bit of like a starter. And but once it gets going, it's effectively like a nuclear reactor. And the half-life, instead of it being like thousands of years, is like it could be safe to handle by the general public in like 2 decades.
Hold on 1 second. What's the button that you do to make the conveyor belts curve?
R.
Ah. That's nice.
Isn't that nice?
Oh, that's very. Anyway, sorry.
I love it.
You were saying
No,
it's a
go
lot
ahead. It's
safer.
fine.
Public safety can handle.
Oh, yeah. Because basically, like, you could literally just dump it somewhere, and in 2 decades, it's safe. And like, even if somebody stole like a shit ton of it, they can't just slam it together and make like something dirty with it, like you could uranium. It's literally safer and it's a lot harder to use. And they're basically talking about it as what they call a bridge technology. So they keep swearing up and down, like, oh, we're only 50 years away from nuclear fusion, guys. We swear it this time. Yeah, they've been making that claim for the past 75 years. So, your mileage may vary. But we have enough thorium under both China, the United States, and Europe that literally all 3 powers, and I count Europe as sort of a singular power because the EU, all 3 powers could convert entirely to thorium and last 100 years before making a dent in their supplies. Like, we have shit tons of this stuff. And it's just sitting there because nobody's using it. How wild.
Well, considering the fact that big oil exists, it doesn't surprise me at all. And, well, granted, the general fears that to this day many people still have with nuclear energy due to, granted, yeah, way back in the day, yeah, no, it was pretty dangerous and, and it was very understandable why people didn't want nuclear shit, in their neighborhoods.
Right,
but now
literally,
I know, but that was getting to that. And I was going to say, but we are now at the point where we can do this actually very safely.
We've been doing it for years. I live, and I'm not joking, I am about, an hour's drive away from a nuclear power plant.
Yeah.
Like, we have been running that thing for over 50 years. No incidents, no nothing. Like, there's a reason electricity in my area is so damn cheap. It's because that reactor is running. Now, they're talking about decommissioning the thing, but then it's like, well, shit, that means my electricity bill is going to go up. But, the point is, though, it's been working reliably without issue for decades. We have the technology. We've had the technology. We're making it better. It's just that because people hear the word nuclear, they freak out. Experimental reactors fill giant amounts of radioactive, very reactive molten gas. Molten salt gives people apprehensions. Yeah, but it's more okay. In the ideal scenario, okay, and this is me kind of going on my interesting. Oh, you little bastard! Thought you were dead. Wow, he's having a good time. Anyway, so ideally, what you would do is you would have a baseline being provided by something like, say, nuclear. Okay,
Right.
Nuclear is safe, it's reliable, and it costs about the same to run as it does to not run. So literally, it makes more sense to run your reactors and just continuously have a steady state output. And that's your baseline. You configure like, hey, all businesses, all residential, everything runs on this baseline. And then you supplement that with renewables, like your solar panels and like that. Because solar has one major advantage is that most people are awake during the day. Most air conditioners have to run during the day. Most everything has to run during the day. And that also happens to coincide with your uh happens to coincide with where the sun is in the sky. So literally solar would provide the additional oomph you need during the day that you don't want to cover with nuclear because nuclear would just be too expensive. So literally it would be the two technologies playing off of each other's strengths to offset their weaknesses.
Yeah.
Which literally is like half the thing you do with engineering. It's like, yeah, we're going to basically use this solution to fix this problem because this other problem could be, easily fixed if we just do that. I completely forgot I was looking for mycelium.
You know what's funny? You were originally talking about pirate software.
I know, right? It's like the weirdest game of like Wikipedia Hitler. It's like, you hit random 3 times, land on a random article and try to get to an article about Hitler within 6 clicks or less.
Well, I mean, I can imagine. I can't say I've personally heard of that, but I can see it.
It's a really weird game, but like essentially, if you're dedicated enough, any topic can lead to another topic. It doesn't matter where you start.
Hey, Mandalore.
Hi, Amanda. Oh, I'm glad I grabbed that water. Amanda, you missed it. Thanks for getting spicy earlier, and not in a sexy way.
We were talking about politics and pirate software.
Yeah,
In
I
reverse
was getting a bit
in,
hot.
in reverse of that order.
Yeah, I was getting a bit hot under the collar. That is a damn lie, and I'm gonna beat Dex's ass.
Oh, actually, wait. Actually, that gets me thinking. Hang on one second. Hey, Gloomy. Let
Yep.
me show you the thing I showed Kazakh earlier. 'Cause I think you probably get a kick out of this.
Oh.
Yeah. Go. DM it to you. Post.
Kazakh, do you really want your friend to die?
About an art. It's an art piece I got. It's about some art I got commissioned
Let's
from
go.
the Swedish Goblin.
Yo, let's go.
Yeah, she gave me some.
Damn, thick thighs save lives indeed, sir.
She gave me some magic ice cream, and for some reason, my ass and tits got huge.
I bring death with a welcoming smile, so I'd like to see you try. Kazakh. Kazakh. I need you to take notes on time of death.
Nope.
Listen, I'm gonna make that guy that cut his dick on a toilet the other day seem mild in comparison. Mr. K, have you did you hear that story?
I heard part of it about the guy. Yeah, apparently somehow managed to cut his dick while in the bathroom at Kazakh's work.
Yeah. Yeah. I told my mom that story. She was like, okay. That's kind of her way of saying, I don't know what to say to that.
What exactly do you say when it's like, hey, you want to hear a story about a guy who sliced his dick open on the toilet at work today?
Yes. Because no matter what the hell happens, it's going to be funny as fuck. Because that guy is in the running for a Darwin Award because he is no longer able to reproduce.
I mean, that not necessarily depends.
Okay, easily reproduce.
Well, again, it depends on how. It very much depends.
Well, he's gonna need some. The fact he offered to show proof is when I was like, get the fuck away from me. Oh, the dude was. Oh shit, that is wild. Dude. I don't know how I'd react if some guy was like, yeah, I got cut down there. You wanna see? What? No. No, you creepy old bastard. Go away. Oh my god.
Good. So I'm taking that copper vein that you were working on before last week. I'm reconfiguring it.
For what?
I need it for. I need copper sheets and cables, which you were making cables, but I need to. I'm just altering it a bit.
Sorry. I've been awake since 3 a.m. The fact that it was an old man in a Hawaiian shirt made it worse. Yeah, imagine it did make it worse. Damn, I don't have my object scanner. That's annoying. Listen, I'm always ZP, okay?
Yeah.
I don't sleep so much as I take power naps and hope it's enough. Kazik, you are not gonna lecture me on getting enough sleep, sir. You're the person that told me, oh my god, I got 9 hours of sleep. Is this what well rested feels like?
Lamau.
I was about to say, you want to talk. Yeah, exactly.
What's the we're just hey look, Kaz, all we're saying is it's a very nice glass house you have there. You should probably lay off the rocks.
One interesting about the hydrogen thorium battery debate. I keep getting news about breakthroughs in non-platinum based equals cheaper, hydrogen production. Maybe even hydrogen cells are able to shut off for a short while. That gem is better than sleep. Wow. Hey, I found some screws out in the middle of nowhere. And some concrete. Sus. Well, I'm instantly sus anytime I find some stuff that should not be. Now figuring out I'm sus.
Yes, there. You're
Oh, those are spicy rocks.
go.
The whole HVACR world is not that innovative. R290 has been around for a heck of a long time, and now it's the next big thing. Look, man, that's the same with every industry. Sorry. It's whatever happens to be the thing right now. Chad, I can promise you, I know when I'm getting super tired when my fingers start losing control. And before you ask, what that means is I was in a motorcycle accident when I was about, I think, 15. Anyway, driving a motorcycle because I was legal at the time because I was under a certain size. And, oh shit. Anyway, I hit a patch of gravel. And let's just say I went one way and the motorcycle went another. And I slid for about 15 feet. Really tore my hand up. Not a good time. Alright, he's dead. Listen, okay? I used to regularly ride this little 250cc motorcycle. Wasn't even technically a motorcycle, it's just a little scooter kind of thing. Visited my grandmother. She lived about an hour away. Let's just say I learned what saddle sores were, sir. That thing was not made for anything beyond inner city driving. And I was taking this thing like down the highway trying to survive. I was like, yeah. Then I upgraded, if you can call it that. I upgraded to this, it was an 87 Chevy Silverado. It was actually three-tone. It was blue, navy, and rust. Oh shit, you're a big bastard. Anyway, sorry, hold on. Slightly dealing with a problem. Anyway, visited my grandmother one time, and it started raining so hard I could not see. Going down this little back roads thing, had no reflectors, so I was just basically like inching along. I mean, that was a harrowing trip. That was something else. I saw my Kawasaki when one of my professors came into class being hit and the side of his helmet was flat from grinding on the pavement. Oh, shit. Yeah, no joke. That is some bullshit. Okay, I want to go this way. There we go. I've been talking so much, I've actually got to have water.
Very fair. Okay, so we're currently producing 60 cables per minute and 60 copper 30 copper sheets.
This
30 copper
is an
sheets,
impressive tree.
60.
Mr. K, this is a very impressive tree.
Oh, that brambly tree way off on top of the bluff.
What? No, I'm looking at something completely different.
Oh. Okay.
Like, this thing got some girth.
Yeah, I just switched over. I see what you mean now. That's a pretty
Yeah.
sizable tree.
Yeah, there's several of them. Damn.
What happens if you go up to it with the chainsaw? Does it let you?
If I had a chainsaw, I would do it. Anyway, found mycelium. There you go. So, kind of a change of topic, but it's something that I found kind of amusing earlier.
Hmm.
So, Mr. K, I don't know how much you know about electricity. I'm going to assume that you know a little bit about it.
A very smidgen, I'll admit. I don't remember an awful lot. All I remember
Okay.
I have vague notions of what they taught us in science class.
Okay, so one of the designers earlier was asking me the particulars about a motor. Specifically, it's for an exhaust fan. Pretty standard stuff, really. And he was like, so mechanical put it down as 18 watts. I was like, okay. So what's the KV or what's the VA? I was like, it doesn't matter. But there's power factor. I was like, yes, there is. It doesn't matter. But I could just see the hamster wheel turning. Okay, I could just see that hamster wheel turning and fighting for dear life. And I said, okay, look at it like this. You're plugging it into an electrical system that is capable of 300,000 watts. Do you really think 18 watts or 23 VA is going to break the bank? That is less than 1%. Less than like a tenth of a percent of the total capacity of the system. It literally doesn't matter. I was like, you think about this, okay? You're going to be plugging in a bunch of receptacles. The code says you take those receptacles 180 VA. So right off the bat, you're talking about something that has 10 times the power needs. And you're just throwing those things in there willy-nilly because you've got the capacity. Do you really think an 18-watt motor is going to make a big difference at that point? And so I said, when you put it in that context, that's why I don't care if you put it in as 23 VA or 18 watts. Like, it does not matter. Like, it is such an insignificant addition to the total load that you could leave it out and nobody would know the difference. It's that small. Like, it amazes me, like, the things you fret about when you're a junior designer versus, like, somebody who's got a couple of years under their belt. I was like, dude, it literally does not matter. Oh, he's getting there, but oh dear Lord. He started asking me questions, and I got to the point, it's like, we're sorry. The number you have dialed is not in service because they are on PTO. What's he do? A couple minutes later, hey, I got another question. That's nice. I'm on PTO. Fuck off. I didn't say fuck off, but I was about ready to. Like, Jesus Christ. Let me have my off time, and why are things suddenly exploding? I did not ask for things to explode. Oh, you. Neat. All right, so what were you guarding? Anyway. Sorry, I kind of made this whole stream about me being spicy.
Is what it is. I
Well,
mean, hey, at least makes for interesting conversation.
I am nothing if not interesting.
You are also cute.
Lies and slander.
Nope.
Yes.
Nope.
I don't know where you get these crazy notions. You need to cease.
Easy. I use my eyes.
Eyes are subjective.
No, I definitely see an absolute cutie right here. She's sitting right next to me.
Well, oh, you got your female model out?
You can see me. Look, you can look over now because we're in multiplayer. I'm giving you the stink eye.
I know. And I don't care.
Well, you're cute.
Lies and slander.
Cute.
I don't know why y'all think this, but it's not true.
It is. It is incredibly true.
No.
Ah, squeak. Second. Go.
Hi. Oh, she snuck up on me. Asshole. Oh, rude.
Go. Okay. Plastic. Easy.
I'm trying to figure out what the hell that means.
Gloomy, I am the chaos. Everyone else, you're so cute. Yeah, you might want to. You know what? Let's give Kazik a mulligan on that sentence.
Yeah. Probably been hitting that protein powder a little too hard.
Hey, Zora.
Hi, Zora.
How's it going? Good to see you. Let's see.
Whatever you say, Kaz. Kaz, you're working tomorrow, right? Because if you aren't, I'm going to abduct you for stream.
Lamau.
Listen, I've only got one thing to do tomorrow, and that is, well, technically two things. First thing, I've got to log in and check some stuff. Second thing, I've got to stay up till about 11 and then drive out to the airport and pick up my sister and her fiance. Oh, yeah, that's right. You're leading those suits around. That sucks.
Go. Okay. Right. Okay. So. Okay, I've got the computer. Once I hook up the plastic, I'll have computers going and I'll have circuit boards. Right. Heavy modular frames and then the automated wire. Which. Oh, right. The stators and the. Right. Stators and.
Wait, that's what I think I'm supposed to work on.
Heavy modular frames?
Well, I was going to work on those.
What?
Hold on, let me do a think. All right. So you're needing what?
I can.
You need motors.
Motors? No. I need heavy modular frames.
Oh.
I've got all the other stuff. It's just gonna, I've got all the other
Mm-hmm.
things dealt with. The main thing I need to worry about. because I've got copper.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, stators. All right, pipes for that. But wait, do we have the recipe for the iron pipes?
I don't remember. Hold on, give me a second. I'll look it up.
Uh,
Damn it. Okay. I am gonna run back to base and do something real quick.
yes, we do have.
Because I think.
Yes, here it is, right here. Alternate.
Oh, we do. Cool.
Okay, yeah. So that means as long as I'll have to refinagle that iron deposit that you also made over here. But I
Okay.
I have everything I need.
Well, wait. Before you do, why are we dismantling? What were we creating over there?
You made a depot for cables. I got it. The depot for cables reset back up. I
Oh.
just needed to I just needed to
I thought there was something else we were making over there.
And the iron stuff, I want to say you also set up some depots for the other things.
Hold on. I'm doing a bit of a think.
Are you also eating? Because I can see that it's like actually super cute.
Listen, okay.
Nom, 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 nom. No,
I got taquitos. You're not taking me away from these taquitos.
I'm not telling you to stop. I'm just saying is I can see you eating and it's super cute.
Whatever you say, boss.
It is just nom, 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 nom.
Listen, okay.
I'm
hungry.
listening. Yeah.
Mm.
Did I say there was anything wrong with this? I just said it was cute.
Get back here, you bastard. Mm. That's annoying. Okay.
Envy!
Envy, let's go!
Ha! Beat you to the shout out. Hi, Envy.
And I was getting there. Give Envy one of those tasty shout outs. Almost as tasty as one of these taquitos.
Hi, how's our favorite fox doing?
Oh. Envy, how dare. Alright, there was a reason I was venturing that far out. I'm just trying to remember what it was. Alright, I'm coming over there to have a look at something, because I think I was setting all that up over there with the deliberate intention that I was going to set up modular steel frames over there.
I was going to suggest bringing him over in the train.
Now wait a minute, what?
Well, I was going to say we've got a railway set up, and
But we're gonna bring what over in a train?
heavy modular frames, mainly just because I don't. Well, 'cause let's see. So
That doesn't solve the problem of they are not being currently produced.
right, but what I'm saying is, wherever you end up building them, you should put it somewhere near the train lines, because then it can be brought
That's why I was suggesting that maybe I should keep the iron deposits near that train station you built.
Oh, at the Ford factory.
Yes.
Okay, I thought you meant over here by me, where I'm currently at. Over at.
Oh, that's what I meant near you. I don't know what you call these things.
No, the Ford factory is where I've got the engines being made, because I thought it'd be funny. And over here at Standard, because Standard Oil.
Right. Okay, okay, hear me out. These are two pure iron nodes.
Well,
What was I making over here? Oh, right.
1 second. So
I was making kind of a hodgepodge of stuff. Yeah, iron plates, steel pipes, screws, things that we did not have in stock that we needed.
Oh, goddamn, we're definitely gonna need to up the cable production. Well, that's
Mm-hmm.
that's fine. I think that's not too much issue. We just need to bump up the how much the output is on the node. Okay. Let's see.
Mm.
Go. Okay. I just. Oh, okay. I actually don't need nearly as many steel pipes as I thought I was going to need. I only need 15 per minute. And then, oh, it's also going to need 40 wires.
Well, do keep in mind, I do have over here steel pipes being produced.
Oh, good. How many are being produced?
Give me one moment, I'll tell you.
See, I just need 15. So that's,
This is producing 25 per minute, and it's only feeding a dimensional depot.
oh, perfect. We'll just shoot it, send that over here. Then it sounds like I'll hardly have to
Uh-oh. Envy, you're not having a stroke, are you?
Uh-oh. Envy, how many fingers is Gloomy holding up?
Give me 1 second. I'll split this off and give you a node that you can access. Wait. Hold up. Oh, I know what happened. Okay. Cleared chat for non-moderators viewing this room? What? What just happened? Okay. Oh,
What happened?
nothing. Absolutely nothing. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, so I created you a node to tap off of. What was this one producing? Oh yeah, steel rods. Okay. So yeah, this is kind of a clearinghouse over here of like I took this node and was producing the stuff that we were saying we needed fed into dimensional depots, but didn't currently have fed into dimensional depots.
Yes.
So I've got like screws, rods, steel plates, and iron pipes being produced. So if you need any of this over here, and you're at the copper production.
Yes.
Yeah,
What?
cheapy choppa.
Oh. Nice.
All right. So yeah, any of these you need to tap off of.
What we need is the iron pipes.
Yes, it's this one over here, down here.
Oh, okay. So, let's see. This a splitter?
Yep.
Okay. What I'll do is when I'm ready for it, I will, when I'm ready for it, I'll hook it up and send it over this way. Right now I need to finagle the iron again. Which, okay, so currently I'm producing 60 cables per minute. What I need far as cables go, I'm going to need...
Oh no. No, Envy, you're as bad as Manda. How could you?
What did she put you on?
Play the Halo theme.
What's wrong with the Halo theme?
There's nothing wrong with it. It's just funny. Oh my goodness.
20.
Envy, you sweetheart.
Okay, 120. I need 120 cables. Which, let's see, I'm producing 60 right now, so I just need to produce 60 more. That's very doable. Yes, I have exactly enough. We have exactly enough copper for our current needs over here. Need to do... Gloomy. I have your
Yes.
assistance. Okay.
Give me 1 second. All right, what's up?
So I'm going to need to put 2 more smelters so that I can make copper wires then to make cables. I'm going to need a little bit more room somewhere. I'd like to avoid disassembling this in its entirety if possible. Do you think maybe if we could expand a little bit outward this way and shift the catwalk over a little maybe? Or...
Do that. I don't care. If you need to expand it, go for it.
Okay, you made this and I didn't wanna, you know.
No, that's fine. As long as, like, I'll take care of it. Let me quickly tear this out. Because you're gonna need to go, what, 2 out?
Yeah, and then probably... No, we're probably gonna go over the limestone, which... Well, we're not currently using it.
Well, where's the limestone?
Limestone's right here.
Where is right here? Oh, okay. Over there.
Yeah.
Let me go over here and look at it. Where is it?
Where I'm standing right on top of it.
Oh, it's up there. Okay.
It is a normal limestone deposit, which...
Hang on. There's another one to the south. It's a normal node. Fairly close. And then even further south is another one for normal. So it's not like we're going to be desperate for concrete.
Okay.
So I would genuinely say let's just do what we got to do and move on.
In the words of Aperture Science, do what we must because we can.
Damn right. Hey,
good.
Leviathan! Thank you for the head pats. Appreciate it. I do not currently have a head pat redeem. I am sorry for that.
Oh, I can help you set that up. That's easy peasy.
Oh, I know. I just haven't done it yet. There's a lot of stuff I've been trying to do, okay?
Hey, I have a question for you.
40 volt.
Do you want the
Sorry,
default
what?
head pat, or would you like one that is a little... Because there's the default one, which is like the gift of the hand. But there's this nice little free pack that somebody was giving away on Twitter age and a half ago, where they're animated, like, you know, hand drawn, and it looks a lot nicer, and they come in a variety of colors. I guess would you like the default one?
We'll talk about this. We'll talk about this off stream because Honestly, I would have to look at them.
I feel like you probably. It's the one. It's like the one I use.
Yes, but I would have to look at them, Mr. K. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, I. It's sort of like the first thing. It's like, hey, I have a question. Okay, cool. I have more questions for you, but go ahead. Like, I
No.
never just say yes or no. It's more like,
I know.
yeah. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh no. I'm just letting. I was just making mention. We don't have. I was just making mentions.
Okay. Leviathan, I'm good. How are you? Welcome to the stream. I am Gloomy Cookie. I am I'm a professional engineer by day and streamer by night and full-time elf. And I have with me the illustrious Mr. K, who is an absolute sweetheart.
Hello.
When he's not a pain in my ass. No, I'm kidding.
That's the autism.
That's something, all right. Right now, we're just kind of working on the factory and shooting the shit because, that's what we do. Go away.
I'm also going to shift over power line slightly.
Okay. Hell yeah, let's go.
Second.
Oh, you're expanding it further out. Okay.
Yeah. Make it go.
Yeah, hope you're doing good. Hope you're having a wonderful night. I could put something in the wrong place, but I can't see it, so I'm going to assume it's okay. Ah, that's where it went. All right, why aren't these? Oh, I see what you're doing. You're putting a new power. Okay.
Yep, I was just scooching it over a little bit so I'd have a little more room.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I added some supports underneath and some walkways.
Nice.
Mind an overhang as long as it has a really cool support so it actually looks like it's, like actually exists. Because, like, I appreciate a good aesthetic. Darn it. Get up there. Alright. Now this is going to come over one.
There we go.
All right, what are we missing? Let me ask this before I don't think I've got enough to produce like heavy steel frames. But I think I can make something else work, and then I'll focus on finding iron somewhere else. Cause
Well,
The iron's going to be the biggest problem.
okay, so you're talking about for the adaptive control units.
Okay, hold on. We got impure. We got impure. And that's a pure node.
Okay.
Okay, I can probably work with this. I can probably work with this.
All right. So once I'm finished with my stuff over here, I'll be
Yeah.
producing. I'll be producing computers, circuit boards, and automated wiring. Like I'll have all that taken care of.
Wait a fucking minute.
What?
I think these are off, and it's going to drive me insane.
What's off?
Damn it. Oh, it's like 1 meter up, and it annoys me. Sorry, it's. Ugh. All right. Anyway, moving on. Sorry. Let's see. Leviathan says, "I'm good, and my night is okay. I should probably be asleep. We have currently, but it's 2 a.m. I don't want to sleep. You know what? That's legit. That is legit right there. Sorry, I'm bouncing all over the place.
It's all right.
All right, so this thing's gonna be producing 240 a minute. That's gonna be 120. That's gonna be 60. So these smelters have to be working overtime, which
So
I don't really have the power slugs for, but I could make it work. Anyway, go ahead.
So yeah. Again, the only thing that'll be missing then is the heavy modular frames, which requires regular modular frames. Steel
Essentially,
pipes,
what it needs is a source of iron that can be tapped completely, because every component that we would need to make the heavy modular steel frame, it needs iron and a little bit of concrete.
And well, okay, so
Well, I take that back. I need coal
we
because
we need a little bit of steel because
yeah.
okay. So we've got everything over here except the coal that would be required for the steel beams.
Yes. Now, I'm going to ask a dumb question.
All right.
Do we have any coal power plants along the coast?
Let me, you know what? Hang on. I'm going to scan for coal, and I'm going to look at the map around this real quick. I do remember there was some coal. I think it was to the south of us.
Yes, there was. That's where I died because that bastard with the radiation killed me.
Hmm.
That's why I was originally getting the mycelium, which I completely fucking forgot about because, you know, the autism.
Yeah.
And I was...
You know what? Excuse me 1 second. I really got to use the bathroom.
You know what? I'm going to do the same. Bear back, chat. We're still here in spirit. Let me get close enough so I can actually ask the question without you guys having to struggle with what I'm saying. All right. Question for you guys in chat. I have milk in my refrigerator. I need to decide what to do with it. Tomorrow for breakfast. Muffins or cereal? I'm even going to throw up a poll. Screw it. We're going to do a poll.
French toast.
Denied?
French toast doesn't really, at least not the recipe that I used to make. It doesn't usually take an awful lot of milk.
Let's see.
Actually, no.
Let's try it for 10 minutes. There we go.
Actually, know a really nice recipe for homemade French toast. It's very essential.
Well, I don't have the stuff to make French toast. I don't even have toast in my house. I don't have bread in my house.
No bread.
No, I don't eat sandwiches, and I don't need the carbs. I say as my question is literally which thing should I do, but anyway. But no, I have the stuff to make those two things. So I'm literally asking the question: is it blueberry cheesecake muffins or apple cinnamon Cheerios? Because they both hit different. Kazik, don't you give me shit about my soup. Okay? I explained the reasoning behind my soup. But I want something sweet tomorrow. And you will not deny me my sweet. That is a fact. That's how you get hurt. I'm gonna find your order history and see the soup consumption. Joke's on you, I order from multiple places to feed my addiction. Fuck you! Oh, okay. Wish I had a little desk fan. I've got one in the closet, but I don't want to go rummaging around right now. Plus, it would play absolute hell with my audio. Oh, goodness. The issues of being an elf. How long did you want to run tonight, Mr. K? Another hour?
Yeah. Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay.
I can go a little longer. Hour's probably good.
I mean, I'm good for literally all night. As far as I'm concerned, I'm probably going to sleep around 11.
Research completed. Gas mask and filter unlocked. Mycelia fabric is highly absorbent, making it more effective at toxic gas filtration than the standard issue Pioneer helmet. A pleasant pine scent is included. Gas filters require regular replacement for optimal safety.
Good to know. Besides, Kazik, don't give me shit about my soup consumption. You probably got protein powder out the ass. Excuse me.
That's right. You are on vacation or something. Right?
Hmm?
Nice.
Say what?
Let's see. Yeah, you're on like a vacation or something, right?
Yeah, my sister and her fiance are flying in from I hate wanting to say Norway. I think it's Finland.
And boy, are his
Anyway.
arms tired. Anyway, get that out of the way.
Yep, thank you. Yeah, no, they're moving to Canada and they're spending a week here.
Alrighty.
So I was gonna make huh. Gotta have coal for this thing. Shit. Hmm. I have a plan.
All right.
Probably a damn stupid plan, but I'm gonna go with it.
What's the plan?
I'm heading to the beach.
That doesn't sound like a bad plan.
Well, there's a lot of danger between here and there.
Did I stutter?
Rude.
Again, I say, sounds like a good plan to me.
Don't you shut him out. Him making fun of my soup.
Oh, welcome back, Gob. Go.
Hey, chat. Barrel these nuts.
Ah, shit. Just got by the elf, everybody.
Damn right you did. You know what amuses me is that my solo game had almost the exact same starting location as our multiplayer game.
Right, I remember.
Hey, back here. Ah, son of a whore. It's an MV. Let's go.
Welcome back, Envy.
Wait,
Got
why is that
Legion
letting me
Envy.
scroll?
They're fighting for supremacy.
Alright. Wait, there was something I wanted to.
What's up?
Probably doesn't sync up because of the delay, but I like dancing to Pedro, Pedro, Pedro.
Ah,
Anyway.
as you should.
You're like, what the shit is she doing?
I don't know. Just you got real quiet for a second. I wasn't.
I was
looking over-
dancing. Let me have these things.
I-
Oh God, not you too, Gob.
Why do you take everything that I say as some sort of condemnation? I'm starting to see where all of this self-deprecation comes from.
Listen, the elf has had trauma.
It's okay.
That's all I'm gonna say. The elf has had trauma. Let's just leave it at that.
Yep.
Cheesecake muffins, let's go! Hell yeah. Self-depreciation. Well, look, the economy's already depreciating itself, and, you know, why not? What's a little extra around here?
I can think of a myriad of reasons why not, but I get the feeling you don't want to hear that.
Listen, if I didn't self-depreciate, then something would be wrong. I legit had a boss tell me, like, to my face, like, hey, is everything okay? It's like, I guess, why? Well, you're not joking. You're not making, you know, jokes about yourself. Is everything okay? And it's like, huh. Yeah, there's stuff wrong. Interesting. You know when they say treat yourself, they mean goodly, right? No, they never specified. I choose to interpret it my own damn way. Bunch of crazy critters we got up here. God, I still remember doing the original Warthog run on Xbox. Like
and
the
Halo 2.
original OG Xbox. Like,
Oh, you're talking
that
about
was
Halo
a wild
2?
time. No, Halo. The original. The original Warthog run. I was in high school when 2 came out.
By the time I had an Xbox, 3 was the hotness at the time. 3 in Reach.
Wait. Because it was the Xbox, is the Xbox 360, then the Xbox One, and then I lost track.
Yeah, then it was Xbox Series S, and now it's... Is it still the Series X? No.
I don't fucking know.
Oh, now it's Xbox Next.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I hate the way Microsoft names things. It's stupid. Now it's Xbox.
Oh, goodness.
Okay. Go.
Alright. That's right. I came over here because I wanted to build... I want to build a depot. God, Xbox, I think, is the result of, like, the 2000s, and everything had X in the name.
Well, yeah,
Extreme.
Y2K. The X games, what? Of course, that it's like the most It's like the most late '90s It's like the most Y2K freaking thing there could have been.
Exactly. Late 90s, early 2000s, everything was an X right up until 2001. In 2001, everything kind of got very subdued for a while for obvious reasons. And yeah, it was the most stupid. Like, everybody was pandering to gamers because they realized there was money in that market.
What's up, gamers?
Alright, I just realized there's some stuff missing that we need to upload. That may be important. Where did you put it? There it is. Like writing taxes and Halo 20. God. All right, so I noticed we do not have any rotors being uploaded, and the reason that's important is because assemblers need rotors, and if I'm going to go out and start building stuff like that, I need rotors. So I'm going to fix that.
Yep. Sounds good. Gloomy is the elf with the plan.
Always have a plan. It's not always a good plan. Not even a halfway decent plan. But I actually brought this up the other day. I said, I also plan for the plan to not work. So I have a backup plan for the backup plan for the backup plan.
That's called contingencies.
Hell yeah. It's also called paranoia.
Listen, it's only paranoia if everyone's not out.
Okay. Kazik, here's what you do. You get Caesar salad tonight. Okay. And while you're eating it, and you're thinking, I could have had Chinese, you internalize that anger. And remember that the reason you're having Caesar salad tonight is because you got to deal with those fucking suits tomorrow. And then that gives you even more rage to hate them with.
Mao, Gloomy over here acting all like motherfucking Palpatine. Yes, let the rage fill your heart.
Let the rage flow through you.
Something dark side.
Listen, I'm not saying Caesar salad is bad, but in comparison to Chinese,
I'd say it's hardly a fair comparison.
exactly. Why do I not have any of that? Oh, right. Part of me kind of wants to go to the SAM site and like start producing stuff, but I'm not going to. There's an overflow of rage as it is. Yeah, I can respect that. That's still the funniest fucking thing to me. Anyway. Let's just let that run for a minute.
Go. Oh, right. 'Cause I threw some pipes in here. Okay. Production's going. That's good.
I'm gonna go raid the community chest.
Okay.
Where do we
These
put
new
the
curved
sink?
and angular things like just makes it so much nicer. You don't have to set
Yep.
stuff up. You don't have to try and manually make it the conveyor belts look nice.
Yep. Good times. Dex, what did you do that might require Kaz to eat you?
Did you bathe yourself in marshmallow again?
Wait, what's this again? I want story time.
Keep telling you gotta stop doing that. You're gonna get people the wrong idea. They're gonna be all like, "Ooh, tasty."
So, wait a minute. A thought just occurred to me.
Be gone, thought.
Rude. Anyway. Earlier Andres was like, how did Andres put it?
They said that my favorite paternal figures.
Yeah, it's like, what the fuck?
He considers us mom and dad.
But why?
Oh, ask Cosmo. Ask Andres.
Listen, I could make this very weird for Kazik right now. Just saying. I know it would immediately make him want to run off and do something different. Remember, Kazik, every time I turn around, Gav is like, should I redeem the thing?
What, the ASMR?
Yeah, exactly. That's still fucking funny to me.
What
Like-
is Kazakh embarrassed by the ASMR?
I guess. Oh, God.
What's the matter, Kazik? You not like
No, I think it's
soft
specifically when I do it, because, like, according to Gob, apparently I do ASMR exceptionally well.
Oh, I can't wait to see.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Let me get the timer. Alright. Alright, chat. As requested, I'm going to be speaking entirely in ASMR for the next 3 minutes. That means that I'll be speaking in low, soft tones that I'm pretty sure are going to do terrible things to some of you. It is not my fault, and it is also entirely natural what happens. While that's happening, Mr. K can do workout. Yes, yes.
Okay. Gob over here being silly.
Cobb is very silly. Cobb also knows exactly how to annoy the piss out of me. But that's okay. He knows that I love him deep down inside,
All right, give me a
even
second.
if I do want to strangle him with his own intestines.
Give me a second, then I need to move a couple of things. I've had to rearrange some furniture, and it's actually really cramped in here at the moment. I gotta move some stuff off.
That's right. While I'm busy speaking in soft ASMR tones, Mr. K will be exercising on the floor. Don't forget to count them out, Mr. K. Good. And Goblin, if you did happen to redeem the entire stream's worth of ASMR, I would probably have to murder you. I'm just going to point that out.
Okay. Start with jacks. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Fulcrum, I'm sorry that my soft voice doesn't exactly work with your background music, but that's not my fault now, is it? For that one, you're going to have to blame the short.
1,
And you are more than welcome to, for it is entirely his fault.
4, 5, 6, 7.
Kazakh, yes. Mr. K is getting quite sweaty from his workout, while I am speaking in very soft, flowery tones for your listening pleasure.
If a couple of squats and jumping jack probably get me that sweaty, well, Jiminy Crickets, I'd be concerned. All right, now
Well, you've only got about 19 seconds worth of ASMR left, so I hope it was worth it, Goblin. If it wasn't, that's quite too bad, because I am not going to continue any longer than I absolutely have to. And the ASMR is now done. Oh, fuck. Oh, it's actually a bit of a struggle to do that. I
you
have
have a
to
nice
evenly
voice.
control my speaking.
Hey, you have a really nice voice. What can I say?
Oh, God. I set up the whole ASMR thing mostly as a joke. I didn't realize so many people would be into it.
This is Gloomy. This is the internet.
That is true. Like, I think Manda the other day when I did a full body shot was like trying to get a clip of the feet. But then again, we are talking about Mando. That's what God said when he made up the concept of kinks. Wow. See, here's the thing: if you did it seriously, you probably wouldn't like it as much. What do you mean if I didn't do it seriously? I try to be serious when I focus on ASMR. It's because it's a joke? What? Are you calling me a joke? Are you seriously calling me a joke right now, Goblin? I can't believe you. How dare. Rude. Man, fuck you, Gob. You're lucky you're damn cute. I'm shaking my head because you are a terrible person, Gob. Alright, so if I put a... If I were to put a splitter there and put the dimensional depot right there, I think it made this work.
Oh God.
What?
Oh, some streamers do have insult redeems.
A disappointed mother redeem? Oh my god. No, I don't think I could take myself seriously doing that. Dear Christ. What?
Dex just said, imagine if Gloomy
Oh
had a-
my god. Man, it's bad enough people already think I've got like a parental figure vibe going on. Looking at you, Andres.
I mean, I've been told I give off dad vibes for a very long time, so this isn't anything new for me.
God.
I mean, I do. Like, I'm not denying
No,
it.
I'm not denying that you do. It's just fucking insane. Like, alright, chat, I gotta seriously ask, how would a Dommy Mommy vibe even work?
What do you mean?
Like, I've never consumed any content of that nature, so I have no idea how it even fucking works.
Mainly, it's. I think it's mainly a lot of it's the tsundere vibes.
What? I don't speak weeb.
Like I told you before, usually like a tsundere is someone who like tends to have like a bit of an attitude of sorts.
Are you saying I've got an attitude?
So you give off that vibe.
Rude. You are an anime girl? What do you mean you don't speak weeb? I am not an anime girl.
Here.
Fuck you.
Google defines it as a character archetype, particularly common in anime and manga, that describes someone initially cold, aloof, or even hostile, but gradually reveals a warmer, more affectionate side over time.
Listen, I'm not saying I would stab somebody over chat. But I would totally stab somebody for the amusement of it. Chat just happens to get benefit out of it too. But no, God. Tsundere is basically an engineer. What? Here's an example of Nami Mommy lingo. Sit down now. You've had your fun, but it's my turn to be in charge. Be a good. But I feel like I should read that in like the ASMR voice.
Do it, do it, do it, do it, do it.
Oh my god. All right, chat. We're doing this. Sit down. Now, you've had your fun, but it's my turn to be in charge. Be a good boy and listen. I'll remind you why you needed my rules in the first place.
Nice.
So, did that do it for somebody?
I honestly, I wouldn't doubt it for a second.
Oh my god. The Lucrum's like, please never do that again.
I thought it was cute.
Oh dear God! I hope somebody clipped that. That's worthy of being clipped right there.
Oh, I'm already in the middle of doing that right now.
Oh, for fuck's sake! I know it's solid as a maple. Let's go. I don't think I could do that all the time, chat, because honestly, Gloomy Moonlights is a domination. No, not as a dominatrix. Mostly. No, I know people that, well, I used to know people that would totally do that. I knew a professional sadist once. Fucking terrifying. Like, this person exuded an aura of, you will probably scream in pain for the next solid 3 hours as they basically do everything but flay you alive.
There we go.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
You're welcome, everyone.
You know what? That's my own damn fault. The content I do for you fuckers. The things I do to entertain you.
The things I do for love.
Oh my god. Alright, Courage, sit down.
I love that show.
It's a very good show. I do like it. Oh, goodness. So, anyway. But no, I don't think I could do the whole Dami Mommy thing. Like, I joked around it when I first redid the model. God. I mean, when I say this person was terrifying, this is a person who made their own Cat of Nine Tails with Cat 5 cable
Oh dear.
with the plastic ends on it so that it would bite harder. Like, not even joking. Like, their setup area was in the garage. And I was like, you know what? I am avoiding the garage during this whole party. I am not going anywhere near that place. That is not a place safe for elves. And it's kind of cool though, because like me and my date to that party, we were actually like exactly opposite dressed, and it was actually a really cool aesthetic. I was in all black suit except for a blood red tie, and my date was in a blood red dress with black highlights. We made a hell of a couple. Too bad she turned out to be a bitch. Anyway.
Yeah, that's just how it be sometimes. But
Just how it be sometimes.
okay, so I've got pretty much all my production set up here. What are we wanting to?
Okay. I'm heading for the coast. And the reason I'm heading for the coast is because, well, before I go, let me check something. The reason being is I think I know where some coal deposits are, and if it's anywhere the amounts that I think it is, I will need train runs. But I am of the opinion that we can make this work, because I can, if there's enough coal where I think it is, we could export just tons and tons of coal, which could really, like, if we find a really heavy iron deposit located, then we could really kick off a lot of steel production. All right, what am I looking for? Oh, right. Okay, cool. Yeah, the foundry has to also be, has to have rotors, so it's a good thing I went ahead and just hooked up production of that. Anyway. But yeah, I'm going to run over here to the coast. I'm going to map out a safe route to it, because there's only one location, if I recall correctly, where you can safely traverse down. So all of our trains are going to have to go through this one area. But, like I said, if we can get it produced, because I think there's like, oh, hey, cool. I randomly stumbled across a crash site.
Oh shit! I forgot about the line. Well, damn. I think I actually might be just shy of what I need.
Oh, there it is.
Damn.
What you need?
I need 40 copper wire, which
Oh.
exactly what I need for the cables and exactly what I need for the copper sheets. I've quite literally maxed out the copper production. I need just a smidge more. Damn. The only thing I can think would be if we were to throw a Somer sloop. I don't know if we can unlock it.
I don't think that we do.
No, no, we don't.
Come on,
Still
get up there. Sorry, what?
I said no. I just checked. We don't.
Damn it.
Decided
shit,
both
I'm under attack.
for dinner, steamed dumplings while I cook the chicken myself. Okay. That seems,
Oh, there you are.
that seems like a fair compromise. Let's see. We need 1 Somer sloop, 100 reagent
There's some in the
SAM,
community chest.
and 50 computer circuit boards, which I can easily get. All right.
Okay. Alright, I'm gonna do this the old school way. I don't have any fuel, so I'm just gonna do this the hardest way possible. Oh. We already got it. Damn it.
Already got what?
Oh, the hard drive out of here.
Oh, you can deconstruct the thing now.
Yeah, I know. I know. It's just kind of annoying because it's like I took the time to get all the way up here and it turns out it was nothing.
You got excited. Understandable.
I did, because I was like, hell yeah, maybe we can unlock something really cool this time. Did I set up over here? Or maybe you set up. I don't remember. Wait, am I even going the right direction? I'm going the wrong direction. God damn it. Chat, how could you let this happen?
Yeah, chat. Come on, we were counting on you.
You had one job. One fucking job. Oh.
Well, hey, we're over halfway there. Whoa, living on a prayer for modular.
Modular engines, what?
For phase 3.
Oh,
we're at
cool.
263, so we're over halfway there. Halfway there.
You get this. You get the service you paid for, and I didn't get paid shit.
Listen, we pay you in parasocial relations.
Mm. Hold on, I hear a slug. And I see a crash site.
Get ready for lovely AI Ada.
Production amplifier unlocked. Every single manufacturing and smelting building will be backwards compatible with this new technology. These buildings can now have a summer sloop embedded to increase resource output without requiring more input, at the cost of greatly increased power consumption.
Flow cycles within flow cycles make explosions into temples into explosions into temples. The spin sphere of woven windows. Each tiny body contains tinier bodies until the line layers fold into curves which folds into threads which weave a tapestry. A song of light and leaf and flower, a dance of matter clouds and...
I think they're trying to explain energy to matter conversion theory, but you do not need to understand it to do your job. I'll just mute them for you so you can continue your mission. I, however, will be taking notes. This is fascinating material.
Wow. Rude,
Job-
Ada. Rude.
Job pays says I pay elf with stolen snacks, i.e., I steal their snacks.
Yeah, that's pretty,
That does sound like taking what's
That-
all right
that's very
yours
gob-coded.
and selling it back to you. Yeah, no, that is very gob.
that's very gob-coded.
One might even dare say gob-filled.
I wouldn't go that far.
Oh god, my frames are dropping. I'm plummeting.
No.
Wow, I barely survived
Well-
that.
Okay, what happened?
My frame rate has dropped. I'm losing frames. Oh god, what is? Why is it slowing down? Looks like. What? Really? Hold on. Now it seems like it's calming down. CPU is at 100 right now. I need to.
I missed.
Hang on, maybe if I.
Nah, I'm gonna do something really damn stupid. And it's gonna be great. Where is he? Where'd he go? God damn it! I missed. God, I almost hit the ground. That would have been bad. I would have just gone splat. Oh, damn it! He stood up. That's what threw me. All right, we're gonna try this again. Where'd he go?
Okay. That looks like I just, with all the stuff I had running my CPU.
Hell yeah! Guys, I'm on a walking trampoline. Let's go.
Yeah. The big boys.
Damn right.
Good old Tubby Lumpkins.
All right, back to my original purpose, coming all the way out here. Pairs needed. What do I need? Oh, God. They want 5 computers. Oh, shit. Asshole. Okay, time to retreat. Because that guy was about to kill me. I was like... I was in no shape to fight him. Oh, for fuck's sake! Oh, that was a cheap shot. Guys, that was a cheap shot.
Got
I'm pissed.
Getting
Yep.
murdered again?
Yes.
What killed you this time?
One of those fucking spitters.
Ah. Okay.
Yep.
Go. Okay, now they both reduce. Let's see. Yeah, okay. Good, good, good. Okay, go. So I had to use 2 of the Somer sloops, but I reduced them down. Okay, so the Somer sloops are in 2 of the wire producers, but I underclocked them a bit so that they're only producing what they need. So, lowering it down a bit will, as far as power.
Wait. Why did we not just overclock them?
Because that would require more iron ingots or copper ingots. I mean, either. Okay, so the way we got there's. Oh, I suppose. No, wait. I think I see what you're getting now. Okay. Yeah. Oh, silly me. Well, okay. We've got a couple options here. I can beef up 2 of our wire producers a little bit to produce gives the 40 extra that we need. Or I could beef up, like you said, I could beef up one of the copper ingot smelters. But that would require me to build. That would require me to build more wire production, which we're already a little cramped on space. So I guess I could save us one sleep if I wanted to, by doing
I mean, it's whatever if you think we need to.
I mean, worst case scenario, if we really need the sloop, we can. Because we only had 4. I used 1 for the research, and then which leaves us with 3. And now I was putting 2 of them in here to boost the production. Because
Well, it's your lucky day, Mr. K.
why is that?
I found another summer sloop.
Oh, nice. Here we go.
To how to use explosive ordnance, but Gloomy and Mr. K. Damn right.
Mm-hmm. Listen, when in doubt, bomb the shit out of them.
And it's slugs all over the damn place. This is actually pretty cool.
Oh. Yep, okay, perfect. go. Power of sloops. Go. There we go. There we go. Now we got the stator production going again.
Yay!
Okay. Which means, yeah, no, I've got everything going right here. Now all I need left. Yeah, no, quite literally, only thing that's left is the heavy modular. There we go. Okay. So, I decided to save us the sloop and beefed up that one copper smelter. I just made some extra room for the two wire producers. So for the time being, I'm throwing I'm going to throw extra sloops into the. Actually, well, I need the extra now. But it's something. Might as well throw it in the engine factory. Because what's nice is even if you don't have the full amount of sloops you need, it's still whatever amount you do have will give you a bonus, which is nice.
Yeah. Another crash site.
Oh, nice. Oh, also, snatched some of the computers since it's going to be a moment before we get the adaptive control units up and running. I took some of the computers that were already made out, and I'm going to go back to home base, and I will upload them so that we get railway signal. Which means that if we want to start setting up trains so that we have multiple trains on the same tracks, we can do so without having to worry about them colliding with one another.
Nice. Pretty sure we got some of that. Hey, we do have some of that. Convenient. Oops.
You're trying
Hell yeah.
If I remember correctly, you are currently on a mission trying to get some coal for steel
Aye.
production.
Damn right.
Go. Press the button.
Milestone reached. Train signals placed on train rails can control and improve train behavior. This helps to avoid events where multiple trains attempt to occupy the same physical location. For information related to earlier train events, please refer to your employee non-disclosure agreement.
Let's see. I'm trying to remember. What is our current steel production?
Ooh.
Ah! It's going to nothing right now. Okay.
Say what?
Our current steel production for steel beams. It's literally
Oh.
it's literally all just going into a box. Oh wait. No. There's just extra right now because whatever our steel beams were going to, apparently it stopped. It's accumulated quite a few steel beams. Ah, right. It was going to the versatile frameworks. And that, the box for that filled up. Okay. So. Also, just noted we've got an entire thing filled with automated wiring as well. We got a whole double crate's worth.
Cool. All right. Oh. Well, I forgot about these guys.
But yeah, at least for the time being, we can put a pause on. At the very least, for the time being, we can put a pause on the versatile frameworks. We're definitely gonna. I remember we're gonna want those later down the line. We've got like shit of them right now. So
Okay.
really,
So here's where I'm at. I've got 2 impure coal nodes here. However, I do know at the end of this beach is more. So give me a moment and I'll tell you what we can expect. Because those 2 nodes by themselves, that's 120 coal per minute with a Mark II miner. And then there are 3 additional deposits down here. At least 2 of them, but I think 3.
so what you want?
Oh,
So what you want to do is you want to take that coal, build a train, have it go. I see what you're saying. You want to have that. You should build a train station next to the coal production.
yep.
Offload it all the way over yonder, and then all right, we can make that work. Let's see. All right, I see where you are currently.
Yep. Sorry, I'm dealing with the wildlife.
Now you're good. Let's see. Hopefully, I'm close enough that I'll be able to see where those coal deposits are.
Hang on, I can ping them.
Oh, hang on. Since we've got an untapped, looks like we've got untapped pure node of coal actually over. I want to say it's over by where you put the. You know where you had that facility that was making the encased beams?
Oh yeah, yeah.
There's some untapped coal production there.
Okay, so we could put another station there with the idea that because that one alone would produce 240.
Well, we could use it to bring in. I mean, the main thing we need right now is encased beams.
We're producing those.
Yes, the main thing is just we need to get them over to. We need to. Well, the idea would be we'd bring them. Well, either. Hi, Viv.
Viv!
How's everyone's
How you
favorite?
doing?
How's everyone's favorite best boy TM?
Okay. All right, I'm gonna ping the coal because I think it'd be better off to just get trains over here because I'm sitting right on top of, no joke, a normal, a pure, an impure, and an impure, and they're all like local to each other. So one train station could get, 1 second. So 30 plus 30 plus 60 plus 120 times 2. That's 480 per minute.
That is
Like
fair.
one train station. That's a lot.
That is
So,
one
like-
thing that we could do. That is definitely one thing we could do. I will just say, as a potential alternative,
Mm-hmm.
so we do already have some encased beam production, going on. It looks like there's more coal over there. We could possibly make even more.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what we could do is either, because the main thing we need the coal for is for the encased beams. We want to use the encased beams to make the heavy modular frames for the other thing that the adaptive control units or whatever they're called.
Okay.
So
Now,
we could potentially make a train that goes up to that base up there, and then either haul over the encased beams, or figure out if we can finagle it, so that way we can just make heavy modular frames over there, like just entirely.
now, I'm going to toss this out. So, there are two pure nodes of iron near my location. Now, one of them is already claimed, but we can repurpose that factory. If we do that, think about what that would lead to. Okay. That would be, all right, we would have coal at 480 per minute and iron at 480 per minute. What is the recipe for steel again? That's right. It is 1 coal. Well, technically it's 3 coal, 3 iron equals 3 steel. We could literally take this entire region's output and put it purely towards producing coal and iron and produce steel in one area. And so that would be 480 steel per minute that we can then send to do whatever else we wanted.
Right, but I will just say we're not really doing an awful lot with our current steel production we've got over here. I'm definitely saying,
Right, but what I'm saying is, if you tackle it from your end and I tackle it from my end, what would that produce steel-wise?
a lot. It's just
A lot.
I don't think we need that much steel. Definitely.
At
long-term
the
down.
moment.
Look, definitely long-term for sure. But right now, I just want to try and get that. Right now, I'm just trying to get the production up and running on the heavy modular frames, so that way we can make those 100 Hoodama Whatsits, and all I need is one heavy modular frame per minute, and one manufacturer produces 2 per minute.
Okay.
It needs, let's see, heck, if we just drop it down to the 1 it just needs 5 modular. So to produce 1 heavy modular frame per minute, we need 5 regular modular frames, 20 steel pipes, 5 encased beams, and 120 screws per minute.
Thank you very much, Viv.
So we don't really need a crazy amount of steel for this.
I'm just planning for the future. Because if we plan now, all right, let me put it like this, okay? You got something in mind. I don't know what you need. And I want to help you. I really do. I just don't know where to best utilize me. So, because this whole stream, I've kind of bounced around from different projects, trying to find stuff, trying to do stuff, and I haven't accomplished a damn thing.
Well, the one thing that I need is needed. I guess while I was setting up the other stuff, was trying to get that heavy modular frame production.
Right. Yeah. The problem is my original plan went to shit. And that's just because of unfortunate circumstance. Okay, I had no control that there was a fucking radioactive monster over there that fucking took me out. Okay. So, my original plan is kind of nuked. Now, that said, let me punch it into the satisfactory calculator real quick. Okay, because I suspect I can make it work with what I have over here. I cannot promise that. That's why I'm punching it into the calculator to see what I can do. Because you need how many per minute?
1 heavy modular frame.
Okay. Give me 1 minute. Let me just tell you that the limiting factor in the whole heavy modular frame project is definitely concrete. I mean, there's concrete in this area, so it's not like it's a huge issue. Because we do have access to Mark II miners. And Mark II miner, even an impure node, could still produce a pretty decent amount. All right, let me see here. So you wanted the heavy modular frame. Whoops. You wanted 1 per minute. Okay, so I'm going to have... All right, let me go to... We're going to go to realistic mode. Ore extraction is via a miner Mark II. Conveyor belt Mark IV. Okay. So, according to the calculator, we can make it work with 2 of the Mark II miners on a normal node, or basically a Mark II miner on a pure node. And a Mark II miner, as long as we can get 90 coal per minute and 240 iron per minute, which 240, that's basically a Mark II miner on a pure node. And I know there's an untapped iron node near here. So, Mr. K, my proposal is that since this area is relatively safe, like I can work over here without running into a radiation monster, I will produce the modular the modular frames that you need, the heavy modular frames. And then what we can do is, that will be my focus for next time because it is 8:30. Okay, I'm going to make myself a note that I'm going to work exclusively in this area. And that I'm going to, what I'm going to need exactly. Oops. Alright, you cool with this plan?
Sure. While you're doing that, again, I don't have anything else to do it. Aside from, all my goals have been accomplished right now. You know. So
Right.
I'm at the moment. I'm at the base where we're currently producing the encased industrial units. Let's see.
Okay.
So, we're currently producing. Just taking a look here. We're currently producing 6 per minute, which is not quite as much as what we were. Ooh.
Bless you.
I could easily bump up production on this.
Oh, how many power shards? Let's see. 8 power shards. Interesting.
Ooh, there's a little.
Oh, that's
There's
right.
a
We
little
had the
oasis of water. I would wager there was probably a mercer's here. So, let's see.
Did we have the cast screws recipe?
No. Unfortunately.
No. Okay. Okay. And then let's see. We did have. What all did we have? I think we said that we had the it wasn't the fine concrete. What was it? Huh. Oh yeah, we did have the iron pipe recipe. Oh, what's this? Wait, really? That's so weird. Huh. Can't help but feel like something's screwed up. But at the same time, it's like, eh.
Third
Anyway.
year. All right.
Hi, Shin.
Hi, Shin.
Alright. So I got a game plan. So, Mr. Katie, you want to start winding it down?
Sure. Second.
Well, I mean, you said you had nothing to work on, and
Well, currently, what I was planning on doing was going over and upping our production of Taste of Nostrum. Because I was
right. Okay, you said that. Okay.
Because I was hoping to use what production we already had. Use what production we had to go towards making the heavy modular.
Boys, you two play nice.
Now listen, let them squabble a little bit, tucker themselves out.
No. We're not letting boys be boys here. No. They're gonna behave. What?
I'm just thinking again about earlier when Andre said we'd given off that big parent energy.
Mm-hmm. You're not trying to break that parental stigma? Listen.
Hey, I've
It's
never
not my
at any
fault.
point. I'm not the one who's tried to deny it at any point. You're the one.
Do not make me tell your father.
What's this free gloomy mommy?
God damn it.
No.
Oh,
Not
shit.
gloomy
You know
mommy
what?
redeem. It's gloomy mother redeem.
That's what's gonna happen to my stream. My whole stream is just gonna be becoming me giving off Dami Mommy energy and ASMR. That's gonna be my thing.
I mean, I'll be honest. I can think.
Kazik, you keep your hands away from that cookie jar.
I can. I'm gonna be for real. I can think of. I can think of like a half dozen VTubers off the top of my head that basically do that. They do pretty damn well for themselves.
Kazik, you put them cookies down right now. Put them down. Do it. You do not need cookies. You need to be responsible. Do not make me send you to your room, mister.
Hang on 1 second.
No, at this point, I'm just fucking around because I know Kazak's a grown man and can do it damn well pleases.
No, I was about to say I was about to look over at stream avatars to see if he's in here, but no, it doesn't look like he is. Darn.
Kaz is just being a brat. That's all it is.
Well, what I was going to do was if his little stream avatar was in here, I was going to pick him up and then hold him right in front of you and hold him right in front of you on my end. So
Really?
Yeah, so it's like I'm holding him up and you can
Oh
tell.
my god.
Come on, tell me that wouldn't be hilarious.
Scold him like an actual cat. Get a spray bottle, just pss, pss, pss.
Yep.
Don't think I won't, Kaz.
Also, Kazik, have you brushed your teeth today?
Tuh.
Have you? Better have brushed your teeth.
Oh god.
Okay, good. Just making sure. All right.
Twice. Good. Cool.
Actually, that's probably excessive, depending on how strong your teeth actually are. I actually used to date a dental hygienist. What was it? Actually, what was it? She said it. What was it? If I remember correctly, I remember she said that you could maybe not like all the time, but she said that sometimes you could probably get away with brushing your teeth every other day if need be. Wouldn't be that big a deal.
Mm-hmm. As long as you're doing it.
I only brush my teeth once a day, and I've never even. I'm 30, and I've never had a single cavity. I brush my teeth just once a day.
Need to lessen your toothpaste amount. Okay.
Yeah. That
Well,
makes
yeah,
sense.
it's because
The fluoride.
Well, it's that and the fact that your toothpaste also contains abrasives. Like they literally put grit in there to help it scrub.
Yeah. Also, if you do brush your teeth, make sure you wait at least an hour or two beforehand of brushing your teeth after eating. Because the pH balance in your mouth gets something about when you're eating food, it messes with the pH balance, and it causes some of that, like the enamel or something that's like on the inside of your tooth. It winds up coming to the surface, and if you brush it, it'll actually scrape it off, which will weaken your teeth a lot faster. It can lead to cavities and such. But yeah, this has been fun. Oh, occurs to me, I won't be able to stream next Thursday because Friday next week is July 4th, which is a holiday, so I won't be working, which means I'll have to work my 10 hours on Thursday as well.
Ah, gotcha.
So, but we can pick up afterwards.
Cool.
Yeah. All right, let's see. We want to raid out to anybody.
Let me get to my chatting screen. Let's take a look. All right. Who is even live? So I see a bunch of really interesting people. There's Ducky, there's Rhea, there's Lace, there's I think that's really the only people I know that I'd be willing to read out to.
Yeah.
Kaz, go live. Yeah, Kaz, go live. We'll raid into you. Let's go. I like this plan. But no, laying in bed like a loser.
Let's see. But yeah, I've got that as well, hunt.
is somebody asking for a nice sleepy time ASMR stream? Do it, you coward. Call me. I will yell at you in person, or I'll read it off in ASMR. Your choice. Anyway.
But yeah, we've got, like you were saying, we've got Ducky, we've got Lace, we've got there's also my buddy Brohan. Looks like he's doing an art stream right now. Let's see. Oh my goodness, he's doing another one of his friggin'. What was it? Looks like he's doing an art piece. It looks like he's drawing someone as a hut, you know, like Star Wars.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's using one of his previous drawings as a reference. It looks like someone holding a blaster, and then there's a hut figure. Looks like they're holding a glass of something. I don't know. But yeah, so he'd make for a good raid target as well. So.
I mean, we could also. I mean, if you want to go one direction, I could go another.
But double raids are fun.
Yeah, I just don't know the person. And, I mean, I'd prefer that if we're going to...
No, that's fair. Alright. So...
I would almost say Rio. My general preference is, like, we've got 18 viewers. Okay? Rio could probably use some love. So...
Alright, give me 1 sec.
That's just my personal opinion. It doesn't have to be that way. Rating random people is how you meet people. I know, God, but if you're gonna double raid, it generally helps if both raiders know the person personally. Like, don't get me wrong. Occasionally, I have randomly raided into random people, but it's hard to explain.
Well, I already know exactly what our raid message is going to be.
Uh-oh. What are you doing?
I know it's technically Death Stranding 2, and the baby's like actually like a baby or whatever, I think, but still.
Interesting.
Norman Reedus and his funky fetus.
You know what? I'm gonna make mine interesting as well. You know what? Let's go.
Hey,
I do not apologize. I do not apologize. Alright. So we're gonna go raid Rhea.
Yep. Alright, let me just Yep, there we go. Starting up the raid.
Okay, cool. Let me get to a point to do so.
Oh dang.
Alright, so let's okay. Alright, everybody. Well, I will be back tomorrow. Mr. K, when will you be live again?
I will be back Saturday with more Baldur's Gate 3. What? Oh, that's...
Hell yeah, let's go. Man, then I don't know what I'm going to be streaming tomorrow yet. I just know that I'm off work. I can do whatever the fuck I want, and I'm probably going to do something stupid. I don't know what yet, but we're going to find out. Anyway, so. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us. You are, as always, you are wonderful heckin' people. And I will catch you all later.
Yep.
Bye-bye.
Bye.